Hi guys, just wanted to give you an update on this week's labs. So some things to look out for. You're going to be using two different cars and you're going to measure both distance traveled and time, and then you're going to use those measurements that you make in order to determine acceleration. So first thing you're going to have to do is run these cars multiple times, and you want to look at the amount of distance that it's traveled in that amount of time. So look at number 2, turn on the car, release it at the starting point, and then determine the distance traveled in 2-second intervals. So I don't really care if you decide that you want to be very quick and follow the car and then actually mark down where it is at 2, 4, 6, and 8 seconds, or if you want to run the car for 2 seconds and see where it ends up, run the car for 4 seconds and see where it ends up. This is going to be one where it's hard to do by yourself. It's going to be much easier if you have someone who can help you. Obviously, when it's time 0, all of these trial 1, trial 2, trial 3, and trial 4, all 4 of those are going to end up being 0 distance traveled at time 0. So you're going to repeat the same thing with the pullback car. And again, you can do it the same way. You can run the car many, many times to get exactly those distances, or you can run it once and get a 2, 4, 6, and 8 second location, but you're going to have to be very quick on your feet to do that. One thing I want to challenge you to maybe consider is that using Google Docs, you should be able to have it create a graph. So if you highlight the area and then you click over here, insert chart, it should give you similar options to what you're used to before. Now, of course, mine has no data just because there's nothing in there, but you could decide what kind of chart you want. You can have the line graph, you can ask it to do best fit. You'll just have to play around with that. But if you're more proficient with Excel, that's fine too. So whichever way you want to do it is okay. So you're going to have a graph for that, and then you come down here, and then you're going to be doing some calculations using the slope equation. Now, if you scroll further down, there's the slope equation. All right, it should have been up above 2, but it's down here in number 6. So you're going to use the slope equation, and you're going to look at those intervals, and you'll be doing multiple applications of this equation. So you would take the V2, V for 2 seconds, minus the V for is time 0, minus the time it took, minus time 0, to find the slope of each one of those things. All right, so you're looking at these specific intervals, so that's going to refer back to your tables up here. Make sure you show your work on at least one of them so I can see what you've done. And then you're going to create a second velocity time graph using these data tables. All right, both of them, you need to have the best fit line. And then finally, you're going to, again, hand calculate the acceleration using the slope formula. So you'll have it on your best fit line, but you also need to calculate it yourself as well. Don't forget your selfie. Make sure you include all the graphs. Have a good week.